Well, few things have happened in all these days since my father was admitted to the hospital. As far as I know, his operation went well. According to what my mother told me, they had to use part of their AFP money to pay for it. The funds that are for their retirement, well, it's not like I care. The most important thing is that 2 weeks ago, my mother told me that, as my father's request, they would not press charges, but they wanted to know if they could meet her grandson, which I refused, and I told her very clearly not to come close to my house or she's going to end up like my dad, to which she hung up and didn't call back until a week ago, asking me if I'm going to apologize for what I said to him the last time. That was when I exploded and told her entire life. I told her that what happened with my dad is entirely their fault. I simply defended my physical integrity, and I would do it again, and that I have no responsibility towards them. That the fact that they raised me as their son before throwing me out of their house does not mean anything because it was their responsibility, and that they do not expect pats on the back for doing the minimum that a parent is expected to do, among other things. There were no insults per se medium, but a quite aggressive conversation on the part of both. I haven't communicated with my dad at all. I guess he expects us to sit down and talk. I mean, he probably has that thought of, I hit him, he hit me, so we're even. Or something stupid like that. I'm sorry, but it is different. He hit his son. I hit someone who tried to hold me against my will. Those are totally different things. My mother, on the other hand, occasionally sends me messages, although I only answer when I'm bored, luckily, and as far as I know they have already returned to their province, mainly because my father needs medical rest for at least a month. Now, something I want to clarify, I am not a violent person, at least not with those I care about. I am not one to shout, and I believe that things can be solved with words, but only with people who are worthwhile, and who show me who is worth it like my wife and my son are, not with those who deserve to suffer like my parents, uncle and dead cousin. I have no regrets or pain for the past. I have been happy with my life until now, and since what happened to me, Dad, I felt like I have a weight less off my shoulders. I feel lighter, happier and, above all, freer. I am at peace with myself because I know that my top priority is my family and my own happiness, and I do not need anyone other than myself and whoever I decide, in this case my wife and son, to achieve it. I have already forgiven myself because of what happened with my father because I was able to convince myself that I did nothing wrong. There is no point in getting angry about my cousin, because she is no longer here to suffer the consequences of her actions. My uncle is indifferent to me. And my mother, well, she is a zero to the left. I love my wife, I love my son, and I love the person I am now, because I have achieved everything by myself. My only priority now is to give my son what he deserves, and that he never lack anything that I lacked.